Hello everyone out there. You're welcome to this online JS1 Cultural and Creative Arts class, or you can also call it CC class. I am Munyendi Bernard Ogochukwu. We will be looking at a topic called tie and dye. A topic called what? Tie and dye. Now, for those hearing it for the first time, most of them think tie and dye means somebody tying his or herself and the person will die. Please, that's not what we are talking about here. I beg in the name of God. So as the lesson continue, we get to know the meaning of what tie and dye. Okay, so let's quickly look at our objectives. Now, at the end of this online class, learners should be able to 1. Define tie and dye. 2. Tie various methods and fabrics for dyeing. 3. Prepare dyeing process. 4. Dye various fabrics. So for us to be able to conduct this practical, we need certain materials to be on ground. So now let's quickly look at for our instructional materials. Now, one, we have our fabrics, white fabrics to be precise. Then we have plastic bowls, we have what, rubber gloves, we have dye of various colors, then we have thread or rope or needles, etc. Now, meaning of tie and dye, not somebody tying his or herself and the person will die. Now, tie and dye, the meaning of tie and dye. Now, tie and dye consists of folding, it consists of twisting, it consists of pleating or combing fabrics or garments and bounding with string, rubber bands, rope, etc., followed by the application of already prepared dye. Okay, so let's see to the tying techniques in tie and dye, or you can say folding techniques in tie and dye. Okay, so let's look at some of them here now. So one, we have knotting, we have pleating, we have marbling, we have stitching, we have centric square, we have circle method, we have clump tying, etc. So these are these are some folding techniques in which you can apply on your fabrics. Exactly. Now, so once you apply this, just choose one of them or anyone you want to apply on your fabric and apply it on your fabric. Okay, so these are some folding techniques. Because of time, these are some I was able to bring out so that you can use them as an example for those that want to tie theirs. So look at the pictures carefully so that you see how the folding techniques goes. Now, materials and tools for tie and dye. Materials and tools for tie and dye. Now, firstly, we have what, our fabric. Remember I said it must be a white fabric. So get your white fabric. Then 2, dye pigments, dye of what, various colors. Okay, so depending on what you want to do, if you want to work with just one a color of dye, it's okay. If you want to work with different colors of dye, that's like you have to get what, various colors of what, dye. Now the other one is what, chemical, which is what, your caustic soda. We have what, our plastic bowl, which we'll be using to mix all these things which are what listed out. Then the other one there is what, hand gloves. The hand gloves is very, 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 very important. Your hand glove is very, very, very important because you are working with chemicals. I could remember one of those times that I worked with this dye, when I did this tie and dye practical. Now, I wasn't wearing gloves. Now, the chemicals will definitely tell on your skin. So ensure you wear your hand gloves whenever you are working with what, chemicals. Now the other one is what, wooden stick. Now your wooden stick will be used to what, to stir what, the mixture in which you have in your bowl. The wooden stick will be used to what, stir everything in which you have in what, in your bowl. So we have our rope, we have thread, we have rubber bands that will be used what, to tie what, our fabrics after you have applied your folding techniques, any suitable folding techniques in which you want to use. After you finish applying your folding techniques, then you now use your rope, your thread, your rubber bands, etc. to tie your fabrics. So preparation of dye in plastic bowl. So we want to prepare our dye in a plastic bowl. Now, first thing here is for you to ensure that your bowl is on ground. So once you have your bowl, you have your stick, then add your dye pigment. That's your dye. Add your dye pigment, add caustic soda, add hydrosulfides, then add salt, add boiled water, and stir the combination using your stick. Stir the combination using what? Your stick. Remember, it is hot water, so do not dip your hand. Even if you are wearing gloves, do not dip your hand. So this time around, you're going to use your stick to stir your combination. Now allow it to cool for some minutes for colors to develop fully. Leave it for some time so that your colors will develop fully after you've stirred. Now dyeing process. Dyeing process. Get your fabric washed, dried. Now in this case now, you have to wash your fabric. Ensure that it is clean. Wash it. Now after washing, you dry your fabric. After drying, now if possible, you can even iron your fabric. So get your fabric washed, dried, and apply any suitable folding techniques. Any technique at all, any of the folding method or time techniques that you want to adopt or you want to use, then you put in you carry out any of the suitable folding techniques you want to, and tie with your rope or thread or your rubber bands. So anyone you feel comfortable with, you tie with it, either your rope, your thread, or your rubber bands. Now the second one is that get wet tied fabrics with cold water for easy and even penetration. Now this number 2, that's in the case of those that do not want to dip their fabric inside the bowl. So what you do is this: you place your fabric on a surface. Now use a bottle having a pointed tip. Now as the class continue, you get to see a picture of this bottle that I'm talking about. So get that bottle having a pointed tip where your dye will be coming out. Remember, that bottle will be containing dye. Your bottle will carry dye, so your dye will be coming out from that your bottle tip, that pointed tip, and you'll be pouring it on your fabric, on the area you want to put your dye. Okay, so number 3 there is that immerse, stir constantly with stick or hand wearing gloves. Now this is in the case for those that dipped their fabric inside the bowl. So you have to stir constantly with your stick, or this time around you can even use your hand glove because now it is cool. So you can even use your hand wearing hand gloves. Remember I said wearing hand gloves. You are working with chemicals, so you must put on your rubber hand gloves. Now the other one is remove from bowl if immersed and squeeze out gently excess dye. Now still on those that dipped their fabric inside the bowl. So you bring out your fabric from the bowl. Now you squeeze gently. Now you squeeze gently so that your rope, your thread, or whatever thing that you use to band or tie your fabric will not get loose. So you squeeze gently so that the excess dye in it could drain out from your fabric. Now the last one there is that hang dyed fabric for it to get dried. Don't just after you squeeze, you bring down, you are just losing. No, hang it and allow it to get dried. Okay, all what I've just talked about now, this is it. This is the picture of what I've just talked about, dyeing processes. So you can see the mixing of the dye in your bowl. You can see the dipping of your fabric inside the bowl. Now you can also see a picture of the bottle I was talking about, whereby you don't have to dip your fabric inside your bowl. but you have the pointed tip where the fabric where the dye is coming out and it's dropping on your fabric. So take a good look at it and know what to do. So you can see for yourself the various folding techniques that have been applied. You can see the dye being poured, how you can pour your dye on your fabric. Okay, so do not lose your fabric immediately after you've poured your dye. Do not allow it to stay for some time so that your fabric could absorb your fabric and will also get dried before you open your fabric. So take a good look at it very well. Okay, now other dyed fabrics include, now this will be your end product. Now after you've carried out all these processes, this is what you'll be having. This is what your end product. Is that clear now? So this is what you'll be having. This is what your tie and dye. Now you can also, if you want to wash your fabric after all that, you can also wash. So take a good look at it. Okay, so having seen all this, having gone through all this, we have an assignment to carry out. So having known the meaning of tie and dye, seen the various folding techniques, dyeing processes, etc., you are requested to carry out your tie and dye. So it is now your turn to do your own. It is your time to carry out your own tie and dye. So get your white fabrics, wash them, iron them, ensure that just choose any suitable folding technique you're comfortable with. Then you tie with your rubber bands, then you do the needful so you can get your design. Thank you.